Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another episode. Today we're going to be taking a look at the memory card for the N64 by Performance here. So for most of the N64 games that a lot of people want to play, stuff like GoldenEye or Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Mario 64, those games don't require one of these because they have built-in save functionality. And honestly, with a lot of the first-party games, you're not going to have something like this. These are mostly for games like Rayman 2 or Toy Story 2, or I think even Glover requires a separate memory card to save to because they decided not to include battery backup just to save costs, I guess, and kind of pass that saving on to the consumer because a lot of the first party Nintendo games at the time, if my memory serves me, costed more than, I guess, budget titles, you'd call them, like Glover. So yeah, that was just a neat little thing. But as far as the third-party one goes here, an interesting story about this one by Performance was that when I got it, it actually had a sticker over this one, and it was like rebranded, I guess. I'm not sure who it was exactly, because I threw away that sticker a long time ago, but that's just an interesting thing to note, is that the one you get may look different, or, be the same build, but have a different label on it. And another interesting thing to note is that they reused this mold from a cooler memory card, I think anyways, that they had, that basically where this little, piece of plastic here is, this black piece of plastic here, it had a switch that would let you switch between basically either 3 or 4 different memory cards, I guess. So it was like a 4 times memory card for the N64. It's a shame I don't have one of those, because that would be kind of useful, especially if you have an EverDrive or something like that, and you have all the, different third-party games that you would ever want running off of it. But, that's just something interesting to note. One thing I will say, I don't really like how it fits into the official controller, because it kind of sticks out, whereas I don't know if you've seen the official Nintendo ones or not, but they're a lot shorter, like they end basically where this one begins and kind of bulges out, so it doesn't look too great when you plugged it in, and it does, I'm not sure if it's really showing up that well on camera, but it is kind of yellowed just with age. That's just kind of what happens to this type of plastic, unfortunately. Yeah, so that's it in the N64 controller. And then if you have one of these, newer controllers here, this is the Hyperkin Admiral wireless receiver. It's basically a Bluetooth N64 controller. It just slots in. If I can get that to, oh, it's the other way. Slots in like that. And, like I said, the official Nintendo one would cut off about there, so it would look a little more flush with the design and probably look a lot better. So overall, my thoughts on this, I would only recommend getting one of these if you plan on playing a lot of third-party games. Stuff like Rayman 2, like I said, or Toy Story 2. All those third-party games require that you have something like this to save, but realistically speaking, unless you absolutely are set on playing on original hardware, and you just want to do emulators or something instead, you don't even have to worry about these, because it's just all covered in emulation, basically. So you wouldn't even have to worry about getting something like this. And realistically, like I said, unless you're absolutely set on playing on actual hardware, I don't think I would recommend one of these. And if you have to get a memory card, I would maybe say get the actual official Nintendo one if you can. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.